Hey, Swift Creek. Hope you guys are having a great week so far. Coming up on Sunday, June 4th, we will be studying 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 6 through 15, and exploring for this last sermon in our generosity series, the topic of overflowing generosity. This passage is one that undoubtedly you've probably heard at least part of it once or twice, where Paul is instructing the church not to give out of compulsion, but to do so cheerfully and from the heart. And so we will look at that overflowing generosity this Sunday. Pretty fitting, given that we will also be celebrating the Lord's Supper this weekend and Christ's overflowing generosity towards us. So that's our scripture for this weekend. Also want to remind you that on June 4th, this coming Sunday, we have our next Bible Q&A with David. And so I look forward to receiving and hopefully answering your questions during the Sunday school hour. Again, that's this Sunday. We're going to provide donuts. We'll have a great time together. So bring your questions. You can also send those to me in advance if you'd like to. You can email them to me directly at pastor@scpcva.org. So again, our scripture for Sunday is on overflowing generosity, and during our 10 o'clock Sunday school hour, we have our Bible Q&A, so I hope you'll be here this weekend for both of those things. Also want to remind you that our Sunday school schedule for the summer is going to be listed in this week's email. Right now we've got June posted. We'll be adding July and August as the weeks go on, but do be sure to take a look at that schedule and make sure you're here as you can be for all we've got coming up over the course of this summer. Speaking of which, I'll remind you that next week we are going to begin our series on lots of praying fools. And so that's our sermon series for the summer. It's going to track a book written by Tyler Staton called Praying Like Monks, Living Like Fools. We'll be tackling one chapter each week and studying that together over the course of the summer. So if you haven't had a chance to do so already, you can go ahead and order that book using the Amazon link in this week's email and getting a copy of yourself so that you can read along with the rest of the congregation. Also remind you that we are starting a number of new small groups to go through this series together to do a great job of practicing the things that we're learning about over this summer. And so if you would like to be part of a small group and you aren't yet in one, I strongly encourage you to do so. It's where the rubber meets the road in terms of what we talk about on Sunday mornings. So if you are not in a small group but would like to be, please send me an email. Again, that email address is pastor@scpcva.org, and we will get you plugged into a group that will feed you, that will walk alongside you, and that will study the topic of prayer along with you. That is all I've got for this week. I can't wait to see you this weekend. I hope you get a chance to enjoy this beautiful day that God has given us. And in the meantime, take care.